This segment of DelmarvaLife is sponsored by A&A Companies.
Brr. The winter weather has arrived on the peninsula, and let's face it, it's cold outside. There's no better way to keep the cold away than spending time cozied up in our heated homes. It's something that we may take for granted.
And that is until something goes wrong. If your system fails, backup heat might be the last resort. But because it's straight electric heat, using just a short amount can increase your utility bill drastically. So what's the solution? Our James McDonald has more.
While Santa Claus and the elves have been working hard this holiday season, so have our heating and air conditioning units. And when your unit has been working as hard as the man in red, sometimes you need to call for backup. That's where auxiliary heat comes in.
When it comes to a heat pump system, auxiliary heat is backup heat. So it is normally installed in a packaged geothermal unit or an air handler. It is straight electric heat. It is there solely to provide supplemental heat when it gets super cold outside and or if your heat pump fails.
Mindy Allen Townsend of A&A Companies says auxiliary heat is here to keep your house above freezing if your system fails.
Auxiliary heat packages are not there to keep your house at 78 degrees. They are there to keep your home above freezing. They are there to keep you semi-comfortable in the event of a failure.
However, that comes at a price on your electric bill.
Straight electric heat, it is running off straight electricity. So it is going to increase your electric bill drastically. So be realistic in the aspect of the longer your auxiliary heat runs and the more it runs, the higher your electric usage is going to be. The difference is in an air handler, this is your heat package. So this is all that it is in your air handler, in your geothermal system, is this heat package. So when it is engaged, obviously with the contactors and capacitors here, or contactors here, these are what provides you heat.
Mindy says that heat pumps rely on the outside air. That means they heat and cool your home based on the outside temperatures.
So if it gets super cold, especially like the last couple of nights where it's gotten really cold at night, your heat pump is probably bringing on backup heat, the straight electric heat, just to be able to maintain the temperature that you have it set on.
As auxiliary heat kicks into gear, Mindy says it's normal for a burning smell to occur.
This auxiliary heat package sits in your air handler all summer long. It collects dust, dirt, dander, dog hair, all of the things. When it kicks on for the first time, these coils that are in the auxiliary heat package are what's heating up. Well, dust, dirt, dander, dog hair has accumulated on them. It has to burn them off. It is not a cause for alarm. I always tell people, open a couple of windows, let the smell dissipate.
However, if your fan motor has failed,
the auxiliary heat package is not able to run. It's mounted in your air handler. Your air handler doesn't have a whole lot of function in the heating mode except to provide the blower speed settings, to provide the air side of it, to move the air with the fan motor.
That's why it's important your units are thoroughly maintained throughout the year.
We have maintenance plans that suit everybody's needs, every type of system. Our maintenance agreements are obviously something that we preach about all year long in order to maintain, your systems and how they perform.
Each maintenance visit includes a thorough 17-point checklist.
It checks all of the things. In the heating mode, we're checking contactors, capacitors, we're checking ignition sequence, we're checking the burners, we're checking the heat exchanger. We're making sure that all of the defrost cycles are working. We're ensuring that your auxiliary heat package is firing when it's supposed to be, making sure that all the things in there are working the way that they should. All of those things are included in your maintenance.
To get started, it's as easy as giving their friendly front office a call.
So you could just give our office a call. You can also book online, book on Facebook. We have availability in the next 2 weeks for maintenance. We've had some cancellations, so we might be able to squeeze you in sooner. But a maintenance plan or a maintenance visit, you don't have to have a plan in order to have a maintenance visit, will help ensure that your system's in proper working order as it continuously gets colder outside.
Just another one of the ways A&A Companies has continued to be the go-to choice for reliable, trustworthy, and efficient service to your heating and air conditioning units.
Mindy also mentioned to us that gas furnaces have no electric heat, so if your gas furnace fails when it's freezing cold outside, you have no backup heat. The only exception is if your system is a dual fuel, which means you have a gas furnace and a heat pump outside.
And with how cold it's going to be the next couple of nights, you definitely want to make sure that you've got everything up and running and good to go.
Sure thing.